Alrighty, folks. Without any further delays, it looks like we'll be heading over to Port Llast to try and clear our name of the mass murder we so did not commit, or that at least I don't remember committing. Alright, here we are in the illustrious Port Llast. Watch where you step, you might get some local culture on your boots. God's sand. Hold your nose so high it's a wonder you don't wear your hat on it. I don't even know what that means, my dear, but I'm sure as far as your local expressions go, it's quite quaint, charmingly ignorant. The more this sniggle, the better. What now? We'd find Eremos as quickly as we can. He can grant us access to Ember, and hopefully can find some clues there. Asking some of the locals couldn't hurt either. After we speak to Eremos, of course. Agreed! They may have seen something. As long as we use simple words, we may be able to get information out of them. I'll try to sort through what we find as we discover it. Check with me if you're ever curious about all we've gathered. I'll have good sense for when we have enough to bring to trial. Alright, I'll have a look around then.
I'm surprised you have the courage to show your face here. A lot of people here had friends in Ember. If they find out who you are...
No response for what happened. I'm here to clear my name.
You're free to conduct your business here, but you'll be watched. If you have questions, ask them now. I'm a busy man.
Happened in Ember.
Innocents slaughtered. The village burned to the ground. All done by you. My only regret is that Ember falls under Luskan jurisdiction, not mine.
Are you so certain as me?
There was a witness to the attack. You were described in great detail.
I survived then. I want to talk to this person.
Out of the question. She's been through enough. And besides, you won't like what she has to say.
Speak with all witnesses, no matter what they say about me.
Very well. You may question the witness, but you shall do it in my presence. Bring the girl here.
Yes, Captain.
Chandra? Chandra, is that you? Elaine, you survived. Thank the gods. Chandra! It was horrible. They butchered everyone. Elaine, it's all right. Shh. Look, I brought people to help. We'll get to the bottom of this. You! Chandra, it's him! Why would you bring him here?
I'm responsible for what happened at Ember.
I saw you murder those people. No, Elaine, it's not true. I know what I saw. They had no weapons. Some even surrendered. But he...
Help you, not hurt you.
That's right, Elaine. We're here to help, all right? It was trade season, and the shipments into Ember had fallen off. I had decided to trade along the south roads. When I came back to Ember, I heard the screams and saw the smoke. I left my wagon and went into town. That's when I saw the bodies. I saw him kill the quartermaster while he was on his knees, begging for his life.
You saw this man here do the killing blow? And was it just him? And where did he...
Sand!
We don't have all year, girl. Nor do I have the patience when the trail of these killers grows colder.
There were others, but I didn't see them closely. I ran as hard as I could to Port Llast, and they took me in. But you did do it.
Or someone that looked the part. There are many magics that can cloak one's appearance, even allow one to change shape.
I know what I saw.
It's possible ability that was someone else disguised as me?
I suppose it's possible, but I don't know. I just don't know.
You managed to get away if you get close enough to identify me.
I don't know. I just started running. I guess they didn't know.
You were lucky, or perhaps they let you escape. Who else was there besides me? Were my companions there?
You had about a dozen of your friends with you. But I don't recognize anyone with you now.
A dozen, you say? Interesting. Do go on.
Party cap is 4, lady. You didn't see a dwarf, a gnome, and a half-demon girl? Well, no. I believe they were all human. Well, considering those two and the gnome account for at least half of us, that might seed some doubt.
Whoa! Maybe my demonic heritage will actually help us get out of this.
But you could have just hired others.
Yes, my dear. But as your hesitation suggests, why would anyone do that when they have trusted allies who would follow one anywhere, despite their common sense? No offense.
Well, I need to know. Thanks for the help, Elaine.
I'm sorry to have put you through this, Elaine. Guard, please see that she reaches her quarters safely.
Listen to me. If we
Get her to work for us. Her story of tears will sway the court in our favor.
She's just survived the massacre of her town, which someone caused to get to us.
Girl, if we do not use your friend, the Luskins will, and they will use her testimony to kill our friend here. So, please dispense with your convenient morality. Either we use her or they do.
This will probably get me a good alignment. True enough, I don't make her a target.
Good. Glad to hear someone here is making some sense. Leave her alone, Sand. I mean it.
Forget it then. I can't help this matter if you won't heed my counsel. Maybe you will when you're hanging from the gallows, twisting in the wind.
You there, stop right where you were. What do you want? More revenge against the ones who massacred the people of Ember, you. Well, because I didn't do it, get out of my way. Leaving until justice is done. Here's the crime having been proven. Now you were at Ember during the massacre. That's proof enough for us. Talking to Elaine. That's right, she told us all about you and what you did. I know Elaine believes me. She's mistaken. You ever don't believe a word comes out of your mouth. To arrest you for disturbing the peace, you're going to become violent, regretfully, will be forced to kill you. You're a guard charged with protecting Port Llast, correct? An honorable position, if I'm not mistaken. You're darn right it is. What's your point? Is it always your duty to meet a justice whenever you feel like it? What does it matter? Ember needs justice. Becoming murderers yourself is an answer. Alright, you can go. Don't think we won't be watching you, though. Vigilantes. Last times I can help you with. Tell me anything what happened at Ember. We have plenty, but whether any of it's truth, that remains to be seen. be heard. For a week, some folks say it was beasts of Duskwood that ravaged Ember, revenge for disturbing their nest or some such. Frankly, I'm inclined to believe that when Port Llast had a bit of a werewolf problem not too long ago, it wouldn't surprise me if there's more of them hanging about. Go on. There was this Luskin woman sniffing around a while back. According to her, some adventurers strolled into town and slaughtered everyone just for chuckles. The lies come to Luskin lips, so you can ignore that one. My opinion, though. Anything else? There's Elgin, one of my regulars. Claims he was there, saw the whole thing. I wouldn't exactly call him a liar, but he's always talking about his adventures, mainly half when no one else is around. Other than Elgin, don't you know if anyone saw what happened? Well, Haramo seems to have a guest staying with him nowadays, with guards and all. The attackers, more like a survivor. Where can I find Elgin? I don't know the common room. He's probably telling a story for the 100th time. And if from around here planning on staying or just passing through. Just the murders never. So investigate, the village is destroyed and everyone's dead. Doing brigands or God knows what else. But Lord Justice won't bring those villagers back to life. You know, anyone might have witnessed an attack on Ember. Maybe 3 days gone I was passing just south of Duskwood when I spied a column of smoke. I say it was coming from the ridge just above Duskwood Grove. Could have been some traveler stopping for the night, or could be that someone's made a home for themselves. There's a camp up there, a good spot for a camp. Cave up there. Either way, Grove is an hour's walk from Ember, maybe less. Whoever's up there may have been happening in the village. Appreciate the help, Mainland. Just watch your back, the Grove's not for being friendly to strangers. If someone made a home on that ridge, well, he could be just crazy, but I hope it's simple as that. Bring Eleni when I go up there. Many parts have a lot on my mind. Something wrong? Partner Badbury is 2 days late for a meeting. He's a northerner and a fool, but he is good with pick and wedge and has brought much silver to my house. I was planning on taking him to Am with me, but heard of valuable in Duskwood. 2 miners? I'm an artisan and master trader of strength. Mine accord, the wit is needed to fully utilize it. Till Bradbury returns, I cannot leave for Am, but I cannot fully work in this place. The northern folk will not deal with the stranger. What it really look like? Hard to miss, his hair is bright orange like flame blooms in the desert. If you happen to see him, just tell him the waiting. Elgin. I had just lined up my arrow on the deer when I heard a growl. I turned and there was the biggest, blackest wolf I'd ever seen coming right at me. Luckily for me, I had enchanted my dagger with me. The jaw was only inches away from my throat. I lunged. With a quick twist of the blade, it cut the beast's heart. Ooh! I was a bit tired after all the fun in the Duskwood, so I decided to head to Ember to rest up when I smelled the smoke. I ran as quickly as I could, and what did I see? The village in flames, the defenseless people being slaughtered by cruel and evil men. There were dozens of attackers, heavily armed, aided by foul creatures, demons, I think. But what did you do? The only thing I could do, I attacked. I was cut down, 2 of them before they knew I was there, but the others, seeing what I thought I was, ganged up on me. I saw several before one of them snuck up behind and knocked me unconscious. The enemy must have thought me dead, because when I woke, they were gone. I had hardly a scratch on him. Tale well worth its weight in words, no doubt. And what of Ember? Sadly, I was too late. Everyone was dead. Little more than I could do, so I returned to Port Llast. At least you tried, Elgin. Man is clearly a fool, but it's his audience that concerns me. Such tales could be used against us. To question Elgin and see if the facts of his tale. Haven't seen him around here before. It's Just passing through? Spoke of the survivor. I heard there were only a dozen attackers there, nothing mentioned about demons. Survivor, well, that's good news. With all the smoke, I'm sure I could have been mistaken. Tricks on the eyes and all that, haha. If you'll excuse me. Halzil said you can barely handle a blade, yet you managed to kill many of these attackers? What? He's wrong. I didn't need his training. I learned to fight somewhere else. Well, if you'll excuse me. He's a slippery one. Let's ask around town and see if anyone can help shed some light on some of his more flamboyant statements. Yeah. Over there at the worm sage. I'll tidy up this every time. Good item. Worm sage that's used in reagent and certain spells. These prevent dead from rising, if I recall correctly. Yes, that's right. The obscure. Is that an undead problem? No, it's Ember. It's a little village north here. People were slaughtered horribly. Bodies aren't intended they'll return as undead. It's only a matter of time. I've been Ember since the massacre, but I've heard that the bodies are rotting where they fell. The body's been buried. It was in Luskan territory. The Luskans haven't bothered. Not that I'd expect anything less from the Luskan. Clearly you can see this is a crime. Those corpses mustn't be left to rot, nor should innocent souls be condemned to torment. Perhaps you could help. Humanity sort. I'll help out time with promises, though. I would understand. Look here, this worm sage extract makes some other reagents. You need to only sprinkle bodies with this extract. If any souls remain trapped within, their negative energies will be suppressed. Be free to pass beyond this world. An overly dramatic description and assumption, properties of souls, but she is correct. Worm sage will serve to fight necromantic arts. With a sprinkle, pinch of the powder of each corpse, and you'll find should be enough to put the spirit to rest. Wait for your return. Just a moment. Bill, I must warn you, the trees of the Discord are damp on magical energies. My considerable talents may be reduced while I'm here. A lot too, a little sluggish. As that's the lethargy you feel, it's coming from the wood. Our guards and may wish to rely on physical force and keep our spells in reserve while we're here. Alright, thanks for warning, and just our tactics. I should help, to be honest, the little jaunt is getting far more interesting than I'd hoped. Even Neville, if this keeps up. Oh, be silent for Discord awaits. Look, mere visitors. Look, not only the woods have an infestation of gnomes, but they also seem to have gathered quite an impressive array of insects. Who are you? I'm Mary, and this is my sister Jilla. We traveled here from Lantern, beyond the Sea of Swords. Traveled here and decided to stay. Did you hear? Insects, of course, the spiny hornfly and the yellow-tipped weevil. Luskwood has them in abundance, and so many varieties we've never seen before. Looked insects. Just so, we made a study of them, the 20 varieties of hornflies, all manner of weevils and grubs. Only that, we've discovered 4 new aphids. Just here in Duskwood, it's far more interesting than Lantern ever was. Catch them and stretch them, and name them, and box them up. Trim and tidy, clean and neat. Putting in place just so. How do you avoid the wolves? Wolves are no trouble, are they, Jilla? No trouble, besides we're very small and hardly a threat. They've grown fond of us. Found this cave abandoned? Strange that, you should ask. When we first arrived, found a woman living here, didn't we, Mary? Just so, she entrusted this place to us, and she went went away, she said that her family had gone and killed, and she was off to the wilds to build a new clan. I'll go look around. Rather you didn't, to tell the truth. We'd keep everything just silver boxes and their samples and insects, of course, due to go trampling them underfoot. Yes, chill the better they leave, and soon the dust gives them kind of strangers. Sam, I think we have a stop look in that cave. Try and stop me.
Yes?
How can I help?
Yes? Let us settle this!
Well,
Let's get
look
them.
who showed up.
Moving. Yes, yes.
Listening, really.
Yes?
I concur. Yay! Let's attack!
I'll handle this one.
Our corpse must be Redbury. Look there, you can tell by the hair. We didn't want to do it, we never wanted to do, but the blood, the smell, it fills you up. This yellow, just so. You were werewolves? How did this happen? A woman was living here when we first came to Lanton. She welcomed us, took us in, listened while we talked to hornflies and weevils. In the night she fell us, bit us both. Us, but not deep enough to kill. We wanted to make more of her kind. She said she was the last of the Duskwood pack. They'd hunted and slain all the rest. Where is she now? Gone far away, maybe dead, we don't know. Try to stay away from folk, we truly do. We hunt animals, and when we can't catch any, we eat our specimens. We gorge on beetles and grubs. When we wanders into our lair, the scent fills us up and there's naught we can do. The blood flowing warm between our teeth, the taste of soft yielding flesh just so.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yes.
Something you want? Not again.
Yes.
I can do that. That's it for me.
You're wild, you're stupid, there's just nothing.
By the Archwizard's eyebrows.
Medieval saves the day. Always one, boys. Insect collection, what? I was just traveling through here last season. The quartermaster's house. And Elaine's home, by the gods, who could have done this to these villagers? None of them were soldiers. It would have been a massacre. My dear, it was a massacre. Come, let us see what I can find. Hold on a moment, I heard something moving in the well. The survivor, one of the murderers, did we find it? The well stands silent, untouched by the flames that ravage Ember. A rope hangs on the depths. Oh. I know, I'd see you again, and you're finally here. Are you alright? Hungry, but I'm okay. Up at the village. Men came. When I saw them, I knew they were the ones who would kill everyone. There's no place for me to hide except the well. I watched them kill all the people. I didn't want to, but it felt important for me to see what happened so I could tell you. Who did that? Who did this? There were 12 of them, I think. They had dark armor, and one of them looked like you. I knew he wasn't, though. How did you know that? When I really focused on him, he started to look different. I saw a man who was big and mean, like an ogre, but bald. This testimony could prove useful. We should take them with us back to Neverwinter when we're done here. Down here all this time? Yes, I know. We'd be coming here, so I waited. Port Llast, you'll be safe there. Make it on my own. Alright, but be careful. All you feel the Alliance arms in. Oliver always some extra food in places at his heart. Oh, and I almost forgot. Here's the knife you gave me. It helped me survive down here, but I don't need it anymore. Bye.
Follow me, everyone.
How's
Grab
this?
a buddy and let's head out.
Little human has a flat face, broad nose, pointy ears, wide mouth, and small sharp fangs, with upright, its arms hang down to its knees.
Yes.
More intruders! Wake up! Wake up! Stay back or we'll kill you! I mean any harm. The intruders say the same thing, then he attacks us. What's this other intruder? Human, very fast with sharp weapons. Kill some tribe, but we kill him too. Gleck, take his skull for trophy. Stick shiny stones where eyes used to be. Find out more about this intruder. He could have been one of the ones who attacked Ember. Let me speak to Gleck. Why, intruder was your friend? Actually, he may have been my enemy. Let me wait here, see if Gleck wants to talk to you. Gleck, say you can come inside, he not be friends with other intruder. But that not mean we trust you, we watching you close. Do this. Philip tells me you wish to know about the intruder who came to our caves. Possible he helps in a crime which I'm blamed for. He was a vicious warrior. We would have been slaughtered were it not for our magic. Where's the warrior's body now? In ashes, little of him remains. I kept his skull, his weapons, and his ring for myself. There's no body, but the ring might be useful. Going for the ring. If I've earned this treasure with our blood, if you desire it, you must do the same. What do you want me to do? There are these caverns with a number of giant spiders. They too possess magic and are formidable foes. Recently built a nest in one of the adjoining caves too close to us. By fire, destroy them all and the ring is yours. Alright, I'll do it. Follow this tunnel to the edge of our domain, you will find spiders in the caves beyond. Crystal?
Yes? I'll handle this one.
I suppose I could say something about a Luskin-bred dog or a host tower thrall, but really it's not polite to say.
Hey! It seems enemies have arrived. Betrayer! It seems...
I'm on it.
Doesn't count. Crossbow, glorious revolution, eh? I'm curious what this big one back here was.
Yes.
An armored spider emerges from the shadows, its skull is toward us. Massive abdomen glimmers with pale unearthly light. Oh, looks like we've made another friend. It's a big one. Does trouble us? I say we do not trouble it. But not advancing, which means I can't get around for a backstab. Sure is acting strange. They seem to be attacking, but what? Wouldn't give for a huge book to crush it flat right now. But it's close to the spider paws beneath a multitude of eyes. What do you want? For a moment, the spider waves its mandibles as if considering its response and begins to scratch a symbol on the ground with its foreleg. The spider's highly intelligent. Its lips are close to writing, too. My, this is fascinating. Sell this thing the next carnival troupe we encounter. We'd make a fortune in gold. Spider completes the first symbol, inspects it for a moment, then adds several more. Not sure what you're trying to say. Can't understand it. They will leave it alone. Been doing fine by itself down here, come on. Oh, I don't know. Oh, there isn't. The spider's all dead. It's down, the group of spiders won't bother you anymore. The many scouts have said you have earned the ring, and also the guide to my tribe. Excellent, another piece of the puzzle. Why, just a ring? See these T-like projections around the edge? These are a symbol of the circled blades, group of murderers native to Luskin. The man the goblins killed was an assassin. Very far from home, it seems. I think we should keep searching for more clues, or maybe items that the Emperor's attackers missed in their haste. Hold on a moment, look at this. What is it? Corpses unusually discolored, much different from usual decay. Good eyes, what does it mean though? Just doing my job, the sooner I put together these pieces, the sooner I... These wounds are superficial, not deep enough to kill, and the scent, coupled with the discoloration of skin here and here, and died of poison, an unusual one at that. We'll find it in any of the apothecaries or potion shops in Neverwinter, but it is a local favorite among several of the less friendly assassins' guilds in Luskin. I don't even know how you can tell that. Trust me, I've seen a lot of death over the centuries. Take a sample from the body, I think it will serve as a valuable piece of evidence. I think we should keep searching for more clues. There may be other items that Emperor's attackers have missed in their haste.
Everybody, follow me!
Okay.
Follow my lead.
Here's from the quartermaster's log, a little chart but intact. Let's see. You sure did keep a lot of notes. It's not as complicated as it seems. In fact, over the past few weeks, it doesn't look like many shipments actually came into Ember. And from Luskin? That's odd. Not if Luskin knew there wouldn't be any reason to send shipments anymore. It would mean they knew the village would be destroyed. Let's save this logbook trial and see if they can explain their curious foresight in this massacre. I think we should keep searching for more clues, maybe other items that Ember's attackers missed in their haste. Guy from under the road, you killed these people? Well met, we keep running into each other. There's definitely more than luck of the road at work here. Fortunately, this will likely be our last meeting. See what happened in the village? Fortunately, no. I arrived after the senseless slaughter. All I can tell you is this was not done by orcs or barbarians. Came here to explore the wonders of Duskwood and found great tragedy instead. Seen many things in my years, both wonderful and terrible, but seeing the fate of this town, I feel as if my remaining years have escaped me and my journeys must come to an end. The only thing left for me is to find a warm fire to rest my bones beside, or some eager listeners to hear what I have learned from the road. I was hoping to have a place on my fire. And I mean that, I'm very grateful. I think I'll pick up on that offer soon. And words have inspired me to make one last journey. When I am done, I'll find you and share with you my knowledge of the road. As you asked. People of Ember will rest in peace. You have a good heart, and I thank you. Those animals the years that belong to my love, and they will suit you well. Reuse that opioid in your travels. Doom Guide. There's Bradbury. Found his body inside a cave in Duskwood. As I tell him, Ron should always be tempered by caution and wisdom. Wisdom, even if he was a fool. Port Llast. We who carve with stone are always well acquainted with loss. Always quickly it comes with all the rocks and misplaced step. You are kind to offer comfort. We do now. For Bradbury, I do not know. I will stay here for a time and look for work. If I find nothing, I have no choice but return alone to Am, your father's company. If I hear of any sort of opportunities, sure to tell you. I would be doubly grateful. And Am, rich, the coin in the right pocket is all that is required to secure a contract. Here, call who you know. Didn't Elvin say he was hunting deer when Ember was attacked? Yes, unless he was hunting deer that were probably common strange ferocious, I think the man some explaining to do. First, where Desperate Grove, to wounded the dire boar and the beasts gave chase, otherwise I'd stop in town. We're hunting deer in the Duskwood. Groundland says there's no deer to be found there at all. Saw plenty, I don't know what she's talking about. Look, it's obvious you know I wasn't there. What do you want from me? What really happened? I heard there was a dryad in the Duskwood, so I figured, you know, how dryads are. With men, I mean. Oh god, it's how predictable. I didn't get too far in before the wolves chased me away, so I decided to stop in Ember for a while. I saw the smoke from Ember, so I didn't dare head that way. By the time I got back to Port Llast, people were already talking about the massacre. No one really around here seems to know what really happened, so I figured I might as well embellish my involvement. No one's getting hurt, right? Being damned just by spreading that story. Oh please, all harm's already been done. Everyone thinks you're a witness of Ember's attackers here about you. Oh no, I didn't even consider that. Everyone have an announcement. I should keep his mouth shut. Keep his mouth closed. Didn't need him spreading any more of those wild tales before the trial. Well done. Let's move on. What was journal I found first? How is journal being used in a ritual with the Neverwinter house like it belongs to a shadow priest? Indeed? See that I should have some of my many starred cloaks examined at once. Maybe sometime before they complete their examination, but for now I thank you for bringing this to my attention. And please accept this as a token of my thanks for your vigilance. What was your investigation? Our mages and scouts turned up nothing yet. Not enough clues to prove my innocence. Certain, but I wouldn't put it past the Luskins to find some counter-evidence when they have you executed. Are you sure? Let's do this. Alright then. Sister Nasher.
Lord Nasher Alagandar, Defender of Neverwinter, and Reverend Judge Olef Uskar, Lord Justiciar of Tyr.
Bring in the accused. Reverend Judge, let the trial commence.
We are gathered here to determine the truth of the crime committed in the small village of Ember. Its people slaughtered to the last man, woman, and child. Under Tyr's guidance shall the truth of this matter be revealed, and justice delivered. Is the accuser here?
I speak for those the accused slaughtered at Ember, and I am here to see that justice is carried out this day.
The ambassador's date of turn. Will verdicts have been issued.
The dead of Ember speak strongly enough of your guilt. How can you simply stand there after what you've done?
The accused is correct, Ambassador. This trial has barely begun.
Forgive me, Reverend Judge. I am afraid my conviction got the better of me.
Any more slips of the tongue, Ambassador, and the court will not look favorably upon it.
Of course, my lord.
Well done.
And is the accused here? And his defender?
We are present and eager to bring the truth of this matter into Tyr's sight, Reverend Judge.
Very well. We now list the items presented by the accused in their defense, and they will be shown to the people of the court, Lord Nasher, and held aloft for the eye of Tyr to see. First off,
it may take a while for them to get through all the evidence, bless it, and the rest of the ritual nonsense, so if you have anything you want to ask, now's the best time.
Advice?
Torio is an arrogant creature, but she is not a Luskan ambassador for nothing. This court is her theater, her arena, and she has had years of experience in treachery and twisting words. While evidence helps a case, she knows it is often the drama, the belief of everyone here as to who is guilty and who is not that will ultimately win the day. Do not forget that the rabble are here today to see someone hang. Unless you can convince them that you have been wronged, and grievously so, it is an uphill battle you fight.
It is just.
It is somewhat unorthodox, but playing upon the animosity between Luskin and Neverwinter may help you.
Although it suits me fine, I've been quick to use it when they can anyway.
But that will only go so far, and may even help Torio in convincing the court that your actions may have been an attempt to start another war which no one in Neverwinter wants. I cannot give you a clear strategy, but remember that trading diplomatic words with Torio will be difficult. Do not resort to such a duel unless you feel you can absolutely win. And do not threaten her or try to bluff her unless you are equally certain. If you fail, you are bound for the gallows for certain.
Hear the evidence out.
Very well.
And that is the evidence before us.
Well, that didn't seem to help much, but nor did it hurt us, I think. At the least, we have cast a shadow of doubt on the proceedings.
The accuser, Ambassador Torio Claven of Luskin, may now call witnesses to the stand.
It seems to me we could have dispensed with such evidence, but there is no harm in such a weak defense.
Better bring witnesses, I'll look forward to it.
Another witness, yes. And a most important one, Reverend Judge. Unknown to many, the people of Ember were not slaughtered to the last woman and child.
Going to Elaine?
I call on Elaine, the last living resident of Ember, to speak on what she saw that fateful day. Elaine, thank you for coming here. I know how difficult it must be, but you realize that you are the only voice of Ember that survived that terrible tragedy.
No, she's not.
Now, please tell the court what you saw.
I saw the accused. They're at Ember. He killed them all.
Elaine, no.
I forgot to pick up the old boy at the bar, didn't I? Anything?
Look, when you get the chance, ask her if I would ever travel with someone who would do that, and where we were when it occurred.
This isn't good. We need to change the course of the river streaming from her eyes, or we're all going to hang.
I was on the cross-examine witness.
It will be allowed. All sides of an issue must be heard. For now, Ambassador, continue.
Go on, Elaine. Tell us what you saw.
All those people. And they had no weapons. They had no way of fighting back.
But the accused slaughtered them all, did he not?
Yes. I saw it all. I took refuge in Port Llast. There was nowhere left for me to go.
You are safe now, Elaine, and the accused cannot harm you here. What more proof is needed? We have a witness that saw the accused perform the deed. Perhaps we should move on to the sentence now. The accused's guilt is plain.
Sentence reversed.
Of course. Please, the trap has already closed. There is no squirming out of it now.
You know this woman here, Chandra? More or less, you admit that there's possible some me.
Yes, I did.
What?
Then she just retracted her certainty of what happened. Could have been someone who looked like me.
Forget this. Clearly the witness is too distraught to give her testimony properly. So, let's choose someone who's not affected by Ember at all. Someone the accused knows all too well. I call forth Chandra Jarrow. What?
Chandra, feel free to speak to Torio if you want.
I'd rather spit on her. Besides, there's nothing to testify about.
Come now, Chandra. Don't be afraid. We are in a court of law. You may speak freely here.
About what? About these false accusations?
No. I am interested only in your interactions with the accused. You travel with him, do you not?
I do.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever observed the accused causing, or near, any acts that compare to the destruction at Ember?
I really don't think that...
Answer the question.
No.
Not even your home?
Well, yes. But that was different. There were...
And wasn't your home attacked twice, and is now burned to the ground?
Well, yes, but that was after...
Next time when I ask you a question, I want you to answer it, Chandra, without objecting or giving me exceptions. You are safe here, and you need not fear the accused anymore. Because you see, what I am most concerned about, Chandra, is what you think. What you really think of the accused. We know something of his activities in Neverwinter already, as well as the lands around. So think carefully before you answer.
Hope you've been treating her well. She's about to come clean.
Oh, yeah.
Is he someone who might do such a thing?
No, he is a good man who cares about others. To hear him slandered like this makes me angry at the injustice of it.
Angry enough to attack? To kill those who stand against the accused? I see.
By the gods, if you are accusing me of what happened at Ember...
I make no such accusations. But trouble does follow the accused, oddly enough. Perhaps you are blinded. One can often be in shock after the destruction of one's home. Thank you for all your help, Chandra. I think this matter will soon be brought to a close.
I hope you get what you deserve, Ambassador.
My dear, all I want is justice.
All my witnesses know.
In a moment. But there's one more witness who's critical to this case. Why, I call the accused as a witness, of course.
Very well, about time.
My question is a simple one. Why did you kill the people of Ember?
You presume guilt, no verdict has been reached. I'm innocent of these accusations. Perform.
So you have not been to Ember? Not seen the dead at your feet?
Not me a murderer, only witnessed what was left after the crime, as you well know.
It seems you're simply circling the issue. If you were at Ember, admit it. If you saw the dead, admit it. Just tell the truth for the court, please, and we can move on.
Said I'm innocent of when lost people Embert, and lost why anyone would do such a thing.
I believe that is why we are here, isn't it? Although you can answer that better than I.
Well known that there has been animosity between Luskin and Neverwinter dating back to the war, and the tragic strike is known to gather first.
We do not need a history lesson here. Ember is all that concerns us.
History is important in this case, as the borders of treaties are established by such history.
We will allow it.
Very well.
Well, if the Luskin War and the atrocities committed during Luskin aggression.
There is no need to dwell on past.
Burning of much of Neverwinter, the slaughter of many of its people, streets, as Luskin fought to control the city, is well documented.
Reverend Judge, we are not here for a recounting of old wars.
Furthermore, many atrocities then Neverwinter committed by Luskin forces somehow bear striker settlements to occurred at Ember.
Indeed. And what dusty tome or witness shall you grasp for next in your defense? Please, amuse me with a name.
I believe the Lord's Alliance account of Luskin War, and impartial script contains specific examples. Shall I recount them?
Enough of this diversion. You have distracted us from the matter at hand, but not for long. Let us see if your witnesses prove as capable. No more questions, Reverend Judge.
Very well, Ambassador. The accused may now present their witnesses.
May I? I have a brief opening speech with some cutting barbs prepared, but if you'd rather be found innocent as quickly as possible...
As long as you are sure to consult me for any witnesses about the court.
Of course, of course. Well, now that you've told me, that is.
Is the counsel of the accused prepared to give his statement?
Thank you, Reverend Judge, Lord Nasher, and fine people of Neverwinter. These allegations are a farce, my lord. I mean to show you the innocence of this man, a squire of Neverwinter, and the falsehood of the accusations against him. The evidence of the ambassador from Luskin is a transparent, ill-conceived ploy to destroy the life of one of Neverwinter's loyal servants.
The accused has only been a squire for a short time, conveniently promoted after the massacre of the people of Ember. Perhaps as a reward?
Ambassador, you've had your say. Now it is time for the accused to speak. And as for you, Sand, I would refrain from such accusations without first presenting proof.
My lord, the difference is, in my statements can be found the truth. I was going to call Callum of the Neverwinter 9, the commander you met in Old Owl Well after the victory there. His voice carries a great deal of weight.
Certainly going forward.
For our first witness, I summon Callum of Neverwinter 9, fresh from his victory over the vicious orc tribes in Old Owl Well. Lord Callum, none can doubt your service and loyalty to Neverwinter, your successful defense of our sovereign lands. You have met the accused before, have you not?
He was a great help to me in defeating the orc bands at Old Owl Well in earlier months. Were it not for his assistance, the well would now be held by the orcs. The soldiers of Neverwinter and the realm itself owe a deep debt of gratitude to him, and it is a travesty that these foul charges have been levied against him.
Thank you, Lord Callum. We are ever grateful to hear the words of one of the 9.
Lord Callum, I have heard you express that the charges in this court are a travesty, and that they are unwarranted.
That is true. I feel the charges are unfounded.
Is it because they are given by Luskin?
Luskin has much to gain by casting down heroes of Neverwinter. Do I trust that Luskin brings such charges in good faith? I do not. Nor do I trust your motives, Ambassador. There is a reason that low justice and high justice were divided by the Luskin-Neverwinter Treaty, and I do not believe that any Luskin court or advocate has justice on their mind.
But you do know that the voice of the accused's counsel is from Luskin, do you not? From the ranks of the Hosttower of the Arcane, before he fled?
That banshee!
No. I did not.
What was she talking about?
She must be getting desperate. Now she's using the truth. We can talk more about it later, but for now it looks like we will need to salvage both our reputations.
The council and the origin charges against me no bearing on this case. It's Ember that concerns us.
I agree. This matter concerns Ember, and whether the accused, who has sacrificed for Neverwinter on many occasions, merits such accusations. The origin of such charges or slander on the counsel of the accused has no bearing on the crime itself. I misspoke, but your behavior here, Ambassador, only grants support to my words. If there's nothing else, I think we've all wasted enough time here.
I thank Lord Callum for his time, Reverend Judge. My questions have been answered to my satisfaction.
I see Naya, the herbalist we helped in Port Llast. I was thinking about bringing her to the stand. She could be good for our defense.
Let's do it.
The accused calls Naya, resident of Port Llast. Naya, you encountered the accused in Port Llast, did you not?
That's correct. I remember the accused well.
That's what we discussed in Port Llast, Naya.
I am not a native of Ember. That you should all know. I have been at Port Llast for the past season to help fortify the town's defense. Though my duties occupied all of my time, I was concerned about the unburied bodies in Ember. I knew from a former acquaintance, a follower of Kelimvor, that after dying such violent deaths, it was possible they could arise as undead. But I could not see to them and could not convince anyone to help until the good squire came.
What did I do?
The squire agreed to put the dead to eternal rest.
To hide the evidence, perhaps? This is meaningless.
Pains me to hear you make light of such an important task, Ambassador.
I think you have taken my words out of context. But I forgive you. After all, it is your life at stake. Now, are you done attempting to hold off a verdict? Or are you ready at last to face justice?
No, at least one more witness, I think, and we shall close the curtain on this stage. Unknown to all, there was another survivor of the Ember Massacre.
Your Honor, I'd like to call all of my surprise witnesses again.
A poor, frightened boy who had to hide in a well to prevent being slaughtered. How did he know to do such a thing? Why, Marcus has a gift of sight beyond sight, the gift of a seer. And he knew the murder would happen and the true identity of the killer. Tell us what you saw, young Marcus, what you saw with your special gift.
It was a man that killed the village. He was big, much bigger than a normal man. I don't know how you could be confused. Maybe he used a magic disguise. But disguises like that don't fool me.
What is this, a joke? You bring a child seer onto the stand, ask him a question, and then have him lie for you?
Question marks not, Ambassador.
Of course I do. If he has the power of a seer, then let us test it. Marcus, what do I hold in my left hand?
Your left hand holds an iron ring. The ring of Garius, the master of the fifth tower. You hold it tightly, as if afraid it will fly from you. Every time you touch the ring, you see how angry he becomes when one fails him, and you fear his ambition. It is a ring that is more of a chain than a piece of jewelry. And even more so, the ring reminds you of...
Enough! No more questions. It is a ring, nothing more. But the boy guessed correctly. A parlor trick, surely. But the rest is lies, of that be assured. No more questions, Reverend Judge.
Then I shall call our next witness. Chandra, please come forward.
Sand. No!
No, Sand. Alright, not me, Chandra.
All right. You've got a good point. Go on, Sand. Ask your questions.
Chandra, you know the accused. You have traveled with him, have you not?
I have.
And this crime of which he is accused? As one who knew the people of Ember, of Port Llast, do you really think him capable of such a crime?
No, not at all. Look, don't get me wrong. Trouble seems to come at his heels. But it's how he deals with those troubles that makes me say no. He keeps trying to make things right, even when things are at their worst. And it's really hard not to admire that, and stick by it, no matter what.
I think that says it all, Chandra. Thank you. I have no more witnesses, Lord Nasher.
The parties have spoken. Now all that remains is judgment to be passed. Lord Nasher.
I expect Lord Nasher has already come to the correct decision.
I certainly hope so. It's evident this was a conspiracy to frame a loyal squire of Neverwinter as a criminal of the worst sort.
Silence, Sand. I have heard enough from you, and from you, Torio. And it is enough for me to reach a decision. The case before me was a difficult one. But it seems we now know the identity of Ember's attackers. Naval, I want the Ambassador, her retinue, and any remaining members of the Arcane Brotherhood of Luskan outside the city gates by nightfall.
What? This is no verdict. To think the Brotherhood truly responsible.
You brought this case before me. Now you debate my verdict? I would be careful of where you point a sword when you draw it, Ambassador. And remind your masters in Luskan of that as well. I think we've wasted enough time on this. Justice has been done, and...
I claim the right of trial by combat.
Ambassador, I am tired of your games, and I will indulge you no longer.
In a matter of such importance, you would deny me my sacred right of appeal? Can Lord Nasher do that, Reverend Judge? Can he put himself above our god tier in this matter?
He cannot. The ambassador from Luskan is entitled to an appeal as she describes.
This true?
Gods. I was hoping she didn't know about it.
And who will fight for you, Torio? This is no battle with words, though I would like to see you try to match your wit against the blade of a true soldier of Neverwinter.
Indeed, you are correct, Sir Naval. Luskan is not the aggressor here, and I only wish to see justice done. But I cannot defend myself and seek justice in this matter. Is there not one who will champion the people of Ember?
I will. I have listened to these lies and will answer them with my blade in Luskin's name.
A champion has been declared. Both the defender and the accused are required by law to report to the Temple of Justice in Neverwinter, to undergo the rite of tear, to cleanse themselves in a night of prayer and vigilance. The following morning, the champions shall meet in combat so that justice may be decided.
So be it. After the rite is observed, the trial shall be held in the morning upon the tourney grounds. Arm yourself and be ready, Squire, or choose a champion to fight for you. Because, by the gods, we have not come all this way for justice to be denied in this final hour.
So, it seems this will be decided with blood. If that is what it takes to win the day, then that is what we must do. When you are prepared, go to the Hall of Justice and speak with Prior Ham to start the rite of tear.
Alright, oh well, would you look at the time? Okay guys, I will thank you for watching again. You can find me on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook. You may like and follow if you want. And have an awesome time wherever you are. Bye bye for now.